Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news, so here's the scoop that's been buzzing around the NFL circles. It's about a potential blockbuster trade that could shake up the NFC West and give the Seahawks a serious boost on their quest for another Super Bowl appearance. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, currently sitting at 5-8 with their secondary giving up an alarming 27 points per game in 2025, are reportedly considering shipping out Antoine Winfield Jr. in exchange for some valuable draft picks and a receiver. This move makes sense for Tampa Bay, especially as they look to rebuild their roster and free up roughly $20 million in cap space to overhaul their offensive line, which has been battered by injuries and concussions this season. Now let's take a moment to analyze this from the Seahawks' perspective, because honestly this could be a game changer for Seattle's secondary. Winfield Jr., the versatile safety who's been a cornerstone for Tampa, would slot perfectly into Seattle's defensive backfield, especially with the ongoing rumors that Tariq Woolen might be on the trading block. Woolen, who's been a solid player with a PFF grade of 78.0, could use some help, and adding Winfield Jr. with his elite coverage skills and playmaking ability would elevate the Seahawks' defense into a true Super Bowl contender. Think about it, Winfield's ability to cover tightly, his ball-hawking instincts, and his playmaking upside give Seattle a real shot at boosting their secondary, which has been solid but could definitely use the extra firepower. Looking at Winfield's 2025 stats, he's been absolutely on fire. He's tallied 68 tackles, snagged 7 interceptions, caused 3 fumbles, and boasts an overall PFF grade of 91. Second among safeties this season. His coverage grade of 92. 4 leads the league, and he's allowing just 45% completion rate when targeted, which puts him in the top 4 among safeties. This guy is a true ball hawk. Over his career, he's amassed over 300 tackles, 20 interceptions, and maintains an elite EPA per target at -0.24, which is among the top safety metrics in the league. He's also played every snap in 2025, showing durability and consistency, and stands at 59, weighing 203 pounds, a compact physical presence who compares favorably to Tyrann Mathieu, but with even more upside for turnovers. From Tampa's side, the reasoning is straightforward. They're sitting on a cap space of around $10 million, and their Super Bowl odds have plummeted to +10.0, reflecting the turmoil in their roster. Their defense has been ranked 25th in DVOA, largely due to injuries and inconsistent play in the secondary. Winfield, at 27, commands a hefty $25 million salary, and trading him now could be a strategic move to jumpstart their rebuild, especially with the season spiraling after a 0-5 start. The rumors suggest that Tampa's front office is feeling the pressure, and with Mayfield struggling and the secondary leaking points, shipping out Winfield makes sense. It's about recouping draft capital, retooling for the future, and focusing on building a more resilient offense. But let's circle back to the Seahawks, because this isn't just about a player swap. It's about the impact Winfield Jr. could have on their overall defensive scheme. Seattle's defense has been surprisingly effective this season, currently sitting at 10-3, with an 11th ranked secondary according to PFF. Adding Winfield would likely push the Seahawks' ball hawk metric even higher, projecting an increase of 10 interceptions for the rest of the season. That's huge. Turnovers are the currency of winning, especially when trying to contain high-powered offenses in the playoffs. Imagine Winfield lining up alongside Quandre Diggs, creating a safety tandem that can both cover and make game-changing plays. His presence could elevate the entire secondary, turning a good unit into a top-tier one that can shut down the league's best receivers. Coverage grades would jump, and the Seahawks could see an even more aggressive defense, reducing big plays from 10 per season down to around 5. That's the kind of upgrade that could be the difference in close playoff games, especially in high-pressure moments. Seattle's coaching staff has been emphasizing the importance of a versatile, high-IQ secondary that can adapt to different offensive schemes. Winfield's ability to play in multiple roles, deep safety, nickel, or even closer to the line, fits perfectly into this philosophy. his elite coverage grade of 92. 4 in 2025, combined with his knack for creating turnovers, aligns with what the Seahawks need to push for a deep playoff run. Considering their current standings and the tight race in the NFC, adding a player of Winfield's caliber could be the final piece needed to elevate this team from good to great. Plus, the Seahawks have a lot of draft capital this year and next, making such a trade feasible. They've been building steadily, focusing on maximizing their window with Geno Smith leading the offense, and a defense that's grown more aggressive and disciplined. If they could land Winfield Jr., it would send a clear message that Seattle is serious about competing at the highest level, especially in the postseason. The defense would get a major boost, and the entire team's confidence could skyrocket with a proven player like Winfield on the roster. Additionally, the trade could open up more opportunities for younger players to develop, knowing they have a veteran who can anchor the back end. Now, what about the Super Bowl odds? Well, with Winfield potentially in Seattle's secondary, the odds could shift significantly. Currently, the Seahawks are considered long shots at around plus 800, but with a boost in their defense, especially in the secondary, some betting models are projecting that they could improve to plus 450 or even better. Winfield's playoff performance grades are already remarkable, with a 92. 4 grade that increases by 26% during postseason games, highlighting his ability to elevate his game when it matters most. If he joins Seattle, it's not unreasonable to think the Seahawks could be favorites to make a deep playoff run, maybe even a legitimate contender for Super Bowl LXI. In conclusion, this potential trade of Anton Winfield Jr. from Tampa Bay to Seattle might seem like just a strategic roster move, but it could be much more than that. It's a statement move, signaling that Seattle is all in on competing for another championship. Winfield's addition would solidify the back end, create more turnovers, reduce big plays, and give the Seahawks a real shot at not just making the playoffs, but contending for the Lombardi Trophy. The NFL is a league where one move can change everything, and this trade could be exactly that for Seattle, a move that defines their season and builds a legacy of dominance that lasts for years to come. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think landing Winfield Jr. is the right call for the Seahawks to push for a Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seattle Seahawks news. This team is on the rise, and with moves like this, the future looks brighter than ever. Let's keep that Seahawks spirit strong, and as always, go Hawks.